Well, here we go. Here's another Fearless Friday from me. So I'm interviewing myself on this very Fearless Friday number 7. So first and foremost, all my Facebook friends, everybody who's watched the other 6 interviews on Fearless Friday, I would like for you to post below in all vulnerability what's worked for you in this series and your suggestions to make it better. Like, what could you help me to expand the questions? Or like I've noticed in myself, I'll just share with you the top 3 things. Like, I talk too much in the interviews. My voice is too loud. It's super annoying to me when I listen to the recordings. And the third one is a good thing. Like, I have chosen such phenomenal speakers to share their stories on fear. So I want to hear from you. What are the 3 suggestions you have? 2 can be bad, 1 can be good, like my update. But I'm open. I want to create Fearless Fridays to be such an extraordinary experience for each one of you. And I need your help in doing that. So I'm open to hearing your thoughts about it. And so please post below what really worked for you in the interviews and what was annoying or didn't work for you. I'm open to it all and all vulnerability, because that's how we get better. But this week's Fearless Friday, the interview is on my process for how I've conquered my own fear and evolved to the next level of success, of fulfillment, of experiences. And I'm actually recording from London. I did a full 20 minutes from the Parliament earlier, and then it didn't record. So I'm back here redoing this segment on Fearless Fridays. And I'm going to give you 3 ideas. Actually, it's a formula that I use to help myself break through fear and get to the next level of success, the next level of fulfillment, the next level of experiences. And you can take this on for yourself as well. So step number 1 in my process is I dream. I dream a lot. I meditate every single day. I'm in introspection. I'm in prayer. I take time for myself and my creator for at least an hour every single morning, and multiple times during the day. So what about you? Step number 1 is giving yourself permission to dream, to ask, to create in your imagination. We know everything is created twice, first in the mind, in the heart, and then in the physical realm. So how are you doing with that, Fearless Friday followers? Are you giving yourself permission to dream? You know, everything you have in your life right now, just stop right now and evaluate where you're at in life, monetarily, where you live, your spouse or significant other, your experiences. They are exactly related. They are equivalent to your expectations. Yeah, what you believe you deserve in life and your expectation of life, because life will give you whatever you expect. That's hard for some of you to hear. I get that. But let that be an invitation for you to dream more, for you to tap into your heart, to the future you, to your best self, to your best life. Let that be an invitation for you to give yourself permission to think bigger, to dream bigger, because whatever you expect in life is what life will give you. Boy, that's true, you guys. So may this just be a calling for you to just stop what you're doing, stop how you're living, and say, wait a minute, you know what? I'm going to choose to believe this. I'm going to choose to believe that the more time I spend and expanding my expectations of myself, monetarily, experiences, fulfillment, the people I spend time with, the people that fulfill me and take me to the next level, who I hang out with, like that matters, you guys. And that is all related to your expectations. So step number 1 is to dream. Give yourself permission to dream big. I have dreamt of excursions all over the world, in Spain and Sweden and France and England. Right here, I'm filming to you from London. And all of those dreams have been manifested because I dream it first. I imagine it first. And I'm so tapped in and aligned to that dream, that next level, that people start showing up in my life. Opportunities start being presented in my life, and it will happen for you too. I'm noticing too right now, like specifically, I was sharing with Jeff, like, I want the summer of 2019 to be a European summer. I want to live in Europe again. I've done that several summers over the last decade, and I'm ready to do it again. I want to live in Sweden and France and Spain and in Italy, in Florence. So I created this idea. This is an expectation that the summer of 2019 will be the summer of Europe. So I wrote that in my journal. It's right here. The summer of 2019 is the summer of Europe. And just the other night, we were chatting, Jeff and I, and wow, you know what? The next big convention is in Paris in June. So we're starting our summer 2019 in Paris. Fantastic how things start getting created for you, because they're getting created by you, because you're tapped in and aligned to another level, a whole new big level for yourself. And that's dreaming. So give yourself permission to dream. Your expectation is equivalent to your life, what you're actually accepting and attracting in your life. Step number 2, notice the gap. So when you dream something, you want a best-selling book, you want a movie contract that is aligned with your book, you want a speaking tour, you want the love of your life, you want a relationship or a marriage with the love of your life, and you're not even dating right now. This is a dream for you. You want to live in the south of Spain or the south of Paris or the south of France, or you want an oceanfront view in your home, or you want children, you want to multiply your income tenfold. Whatever it is, like, that's the dreaming stage. But then step 2 is notice the gap. There is a gap. And that's a good thing, you guys, because who we are as human beings, as spiritual beings, is we are always progressing. So the gap is really good for you and I, because that is our opportunity to evolve the human condition. As you evolve yourself, you are evolving the human condition. And that's a beautiful contribution that you give to your family, to others, to the planet. And what is that? That's you being willing to notice, I've got some fear here. Yeah, I have some limiting beliefs here. There's a gap here. I want this, and my level of belief is here. And so I have some work to do. I have some inner work to do. And that inner work is about retraining the brain. It's about evolving the spirit. It's about trusting your creator, that what you want wants you. And it is no accident, my friend, that you have that goal, that you have that dream on your heart, because the world wants you to create that dream, to create that goal. So you're willing to do the inner work, to expand yourself, to retrain your brain, to transform paradigms and create a whole new level of you, your own experience on this planet. That's step number 2, is you're willing to do the inner work. And I call that accepting the gap. Thank God there's a gap. That means you're growing. If you have no fear in your life and there's no gap, like, I want that, but I'm this. If you have no gap in your life, then you are not expanding. You're boring and you're living your life in mediocrity. And mediocrity is unacceptable for you and for me. So living a bigger life means we have to receive this gap. There's something to do in the inner consciousness of ourselves. There's a higher calling for us. It's our future selves calling us to expand in our intellect, expand in our consciousness, mostly our consciousness, and just believing that we deserve it, and truly shifting paradigms and retraining the subconscious mind to be able to receive the path that is created for you as soon as your dream has been expressed. Meaning you say, 2019 is the summer of me in Europe. or whatever it is for you. 2019 is the year I create extra income tenfold, or the year I achieve that level in my network marketing company, or the year that I attract my beloved. Whatever it is for you, you guys, you speak that into the realms of reality, and then you receive it in your inner being first before it's ever a reality in the outer world. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in the physical realm. So how are you doing with that? Are you receiving the gap without frustration? I know it can get tough. I know you have doubt. I do as well. But thank God we have some doubt, because that means we're growing. So don't allow the doubt or the limiting beliefs or the little voices that you hear in your head that you don't deserve it, or that's too ostentatious, or who are you to ask for that kind of a dream. Don't allow those voices to stop you. That's step 2. Step 2 is allowing the gap to be there and allowing it to transform you, to excite you to that new level, that next level, in a realm of trust and belief that you are called for this. It is inevitable that your goal is a reality. It's inevitable that you were called for such a time as this. This is your birthright to create this goal, this dream, and you are aligned with that life. Just watch what happens when you start speaking words like that and you actually radically transform paradigms in your subconscious mind. Wow. Just watch what happens. Things like that will happen, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in Paris in June. Let's start our European tour, summer of 2019, in Paris in June. And then it's just going to build from there. Just wait. I mean, nothing else has been created yet, but I will be in Paris in June. And then from there, I know it, like Stockholm will get created. In fact, right now, I'm in negotiations with a company to hire me at the Globen in Stockholm, Sweden, for a convention in July. So how perfect, right? So I'll be in Paris in June and then create an extended stay from this company, paying all expenses paid for this speaking engagement in July. And then I have another possible coaching client that's hiring me to work with all of his top leaders in a network marketing company that's based in Europe. That will be in June and July. Like, that would never have been created. That possibility would not have been created. Or let's speak it, that I would not have been attracted to that possibility had I not set the intention of Europe 2019, a summer in Europe. So just stop right now and think. What are my dreams? What is my expectation of the next year? What is my expectation for this very month, closing out this month, moving into the next month? Your expectation, my friend, is your reality. Everything starts with what you believe you deserve. So that's step number 2, is being willing to deal with the inner conflict, the gap. It's a beautiful thing, the gap, a beautiful reality, fear. It means you're on the right track. And then step number 3 is truly, you guys, to raise your level of peers, network, friends, colleagues, clients. So for that, it could be that you stop hanging out with that group of friends for a segment of time and you create a void. And in that void, a new level of peer group will get attracted to you. It's possible that it's time for you to hire that coach. It's time for you to hire your PA, your personal assistant. It's time for you to hire your social media expert. That's what I just did in the last couple of weeks. I hired a social media expert, and boy, just from that one decision to have somebody to delegate all that responsibility to, but in the same light of delegating that responsibility came a clearer vision of who I am, what my mission is, what my message is, and my contribution is as a speaker, as a coach. I mean, it's a beautiful gift to have that kind of a accountability, and to hire that kind of an expert in their field that makes you even better. So I want that for you. That means you've got to increase and improve the people you're hanging out with. It is the people who you are hanging out with that actually calls from you a higher level of yourself, or a mediocre level of yourself. Believe it, that's true. It is about who you're spending time with. So step number 3 is really being radical with yourself, with your time, with who you hire. It's time. It's time to hire that personal assistant. It's time to hire that social media expert. It's time to hire or partner with that business associate, so that you have a partner, an alignment to take yourself and your company and your business, your life to the next level. You are not a sole island. You need other people. And it's worth the investment. It's worth the investment. Just watch what happens to your career, to yourself, to your expectation, to your ability to attract contracts beyond your imagination, because you aligned yourself with the type of people that hold you to a whole nother level. I want that for you. So those are my 3 steps for Fearless Friday. I trust that you're going to embrace these 3 steps. Dream bigger. Your expectations create your world. Be okay with the gap and transform that gap through meditation and transforming your paradigms and receiving new levels of subconscious mind. And then step number 3, action. Put yourself in front of new people. Create a new friend group, a new network group, and a trust-inspired action, and obey inspired action. There will be a calling over you for you to do something. You got to say yes right away. Then what's that creating? You're creating a person that, I do what I'm called to do. I have an intuition, I obey it. I have an opportunity, I say yes. That's creating who you're becoming. I'm a woman who says yes. I'm a man who says yes. So that's step number 3, actually being in action to create your best self and your best reality. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Fearless Friday. Signing off from London.